Jobless girl saves a stranger. Turns out he's a rich CEO who insists on making her his beloved wife. She had 3.78 left. No job, no insurance, no apartment that felt like home. But when she saw a man collapse on the subway steps, she didn't hesitate. She gave him water, stayed with him until the ambulance came, saved his life. She had no idea the man she saved was one of the most powerful CEOs in New York, and that her kindness would cost him his silence and his heart. 1 week later, her phone rang. "You probably don't remember me," he said, "but I remember you. And I'm not just calling to thank you. I'm calling because I haven't stopped thinking about you." If you believe love finds you when you're not performing for it, but when you're real, raw, and kind, then stay with us. Real Father Stories brings you true feeling stories, told with cinematic clarity, emotional justice, and soul. The water bottle that changed her life. Rain hit the concrete like it owed someone money. The subway air smelled like steel and tired dreams. And Nia Bennett, 26, soaked through her. One jacket clutched a tote bag that carried everything she owned, a half-eaten granola bar, a folded resume, and a rejection letter that started with, "We regret to inform." She was on her way back from another failed job interview. Hair uncombed, eyes heavy. That's when she saw him. A man in a charcoal suit slumped against the subway wall. Briefcase spilled, tie crooked, sweat beading under his temples. People walked past, some stared. One even took a photo, but Nia stopped. "Sir," she said, kneeling, "can you hear me?" He tried to speak, slurred something about chest tightness, vision going blurry. Nia acted fast. She opened her bag, took out the only bottle of water she had, and gently poured a few sips into his mouth. Then she propped up his head with her arm waving frantically at a transit officer nearby. "We need an ambulance. He's not okay." 15 minutes later, paramedics arrived. The man was stabilized and rushed to the hospital. Before he was wheeled away, he grabbed her wrist. "What's your name?" he asked, voice barely above a whisper. "Nia," she replied. "Nia Bennett." "Thank you, Nia." She smiled. "Just doing what I'd want someone to do for my dad." Then he was gone. That night, Nia sat in the corner booth of a 24-hour diner, sipping hot coffee with her last few dollars. She didn't expect anything from the day except maybe warmth from the caffeine, until her phone lit up with a private number. She almost didn't answer. "Hello!" Silence. Then that voice. "Miss Bennett, this is Ethan Cole. You saved my life today." Her heart skipped. "I'm sorry. What, are you okay?" "I will be, thanks to you." Pause. "But I didn't just call to say thank you. I've been thinking, what if the woman who stopped her whole life for a stranger is exactly the kind of person I need in mine?" The CEO in the hospital gown. 3 days later, Nia stood in the marble lobby of Cole & Worthington Global Media, feeling like her shoes didn't belong on floors this shiny. She kept checking her phone. He said, "Noon, right? What if this is some scam? What if I just saved a delusional guy who stole someone's briefcase?" A receptionist called her name. "Mr. Cole is expecting you on the 42nd floor." The elevator ride felt like a rocket launch. She saw her reflection in the steel, same denim jacket, same $7 dress, from the thrift shop, same girl who once waited tables and rehearsed interviews in the bathroom mirror. The doors opened, and there he was, Ethan Cole. No suit this time, just a dark turtleneck, clean-shaven, and very much alive. He smiled. "You look exactly like I remember. Brave and slightly skeptical." "I thought maybe you hit your head that day," she said dryly. "Nope, just my pride and a major artery." He led her into a glass office the size of a small apartment. "Please sit. I know this is weird. I promise I'm not about to propose or anything. Nia half laughed. Good, because I'm not wearing my yes socks. Ethan grinned. But I do want to make you a proposition. She blinked. You saved my life. And not just biologically. You didn't flinch. You didn't film it. You acted. And I realized I need people like you around me. Around you. Like professionally. Well, that depends. He walked over to a cabinet and pulled out a folder. Inside her resume. Marketing degree. Fluent in data analytics. 4 internships. And not a single company saw your worth. They said I was too green or not a culture fit. That's corporate speak. For you make us nervous because you're not afraid to be human. He looked straight at her. I'm not offering you charity, Nia. I'm offering you a job, a real one, executive assistant, to me. Starting salary, $85K. She choked on her breath. 85,000 and full benefits. Stock options. Oh, in the office with the best view. Why me? He stood. Because the last time someone saved me, the party, where everything changed 3 weeks into her new job, Nia still couldn't believe it was real. She had a badge, an email signature, and a seat at the top floor across from the man whose life she accidentally changed. Ethan was different. He asked how her mother was doing. He listened when she pitched ideas. He even brought her coffee exactly how she liked it, oat milk, no sugar, always hot. But still in the eyes of the world, she was just the assistant. Until that Saturday, the Worthington Gala, a black-tie billion-dollar fundraiser in the Hamptons. Old money, new power, and cameras on every corner. Nia almost didn't go. I don't belong in that crowd, she told Ethan. You belong wherever you walk in, he replied. They don't define the room, you do. He sent a car and a dress. Simple, elegant, midnight blue. When she stepped out, the valet froze. Miss, are you with anyone? I'm here with Mr. Cole, she said. Inside the mansion, chandeliers shimmered like constellations. Ethan met her at the entrance in a crisp tuxedo, eyes soft when they landed on her. You look... He didn't finish the sentence. He offered his arm instead. Come meet the people who think they run the world. The night moved in glittering waves, laughter, champagne glances that sliced. Everyone stared. A group of board members whispered, Is that his assistant from what department? Probably a charity case. Ethan noticed. So did Nia. The headlines in the heat. By Monday morning, the headlines were everywhere. Mystery girl at Worthington Gala, Cole's new flame. From unemployed to CEO's right hand. Who is Nia Bennett? Sleeping her way up, or just lucky? Nia's inbox flooded. Her phone buzzed with messages, most of them from people she hadn't heard from in years. And not all were kind. So this is what you're doing now. Gold-digging girl, you better not embarrass yourself. He'll replace you in a week. Don't forget where you came from. Nia tried to laugh it off, but the weight was real. At the office, whispers trailed her like perfume. She's probably a placeholder. I heard she used to wait tables. This won't last. They never last. She hid in the bathroom for 10 minutes. Breathed. Reminded herself, you didn't ask for this. You just saved someone's life. Then she walked out head high, until she saw the boardroom door open and Ethan inside with the company's legal counsel. Something inside her twisted. Was he negotiating how to distance himself? That night, the story he never told. By week 6, the Lift Project, Nia's new initiative inside Cole and Worthington, was already gaining attention. Its mission was clear. Fund and mentor first-gen students and job seekers who've been told they're not enough. Nia led with clarity, not clout. Her team adored her, and even the board, once skeptical, had started coming around. But while she was stepping into the light, Ethan began to retreat into the shadows. He canceled press events, stopped attending shareholder luncheons, and when Nia asked why he'd brush it off, "I'm just tired." But it wasn't fatigue. It was fear, because he'd received a message from a journalist named Davis Reed. Subject line: "Care to comment on your father's conviction?" The interview seen around the world. It aired on a Thursday. Primetime, live. Nia sat in the makeup chair, heart pounding, watching the stage crew prepare. Across from her, Ethan scrolled through his notes. Calm on the outside, storm inside. The studio lights came up. 5 seconds, the producer said. The host, a seasoned journalist known for asking the hard questions, leaned forward, smiling. "Welcome to The Point. Tonight we're joined by Ethan Cole, CEO of one of the most influential media empires, and his executive partner, Nia Bennett." The answer behind the tea shop. It was an ordinary Thursday or so, Nia thought. Ethan had asked her to meet him in Brooklyn near the old neighborhoods. She assumed it was for another community event or surprise donation. But when she got out of the car, her heart stopped. She was standing in front of Marcy's Tea Shop, the tiny corner cafe where she used to sit for hours between interviews, charging her phone and nursing the cheapest cup of tea on the menu. The place had shut down a year ago. The vows, the voice, and the future. They didn't want a wedding at a castle. No 5-figure cake, no fireworks, no magazine spread. Just a rooftop garden in Harlem, string lights, and 32 people who mattered. Ethan stood at the altar in a linen suit, nervous as hell. Nia walked toward him in a simple satin dress, hair down, no veil. Just that look, the one that saw through the suits, the noise, the legacy. They said their vows with shaking hands.